Welcome to SpitDatSauce Podcast, where you know what it is, so you ain't gotta ask, where we discuss sports, entertainment, and everything in between. I am Jamar.
I'm Vince.
CGA.
Hey, welcome to SpitDatSauce Podcast. We back once again. Y'all know what it is. Jamar.
Vince.
CGA.
What up, good people? What's going on? What's
Yes,
going
sir.
on, man? Hey,
Good
hey,
summer.
Let's get it. Let's
Good
get it.
summer.
It's good to see you, good brother.
Good to see you too.
Good to see you, good brother.
All right.
We here. We here, bro.
We got a lot of hot stuff going on this summer,
my
so
goodness.
it's a lot of stuff going on. Let's see. You have any barbecue yet, man, this summer? Before we get
I've
into
been
it, here?
having barbecues, sir. Barbecues. Matter of fact, I threw something on the grill yesterday.
You just throwing anything on the grill.
Nah, I ain't throwing anything on the grill.
In the
but
morning time, he
I'm
throwing
I-
oatmeal on the grill. He throwing oatmeal on the grill. I ain't never heard of that, but throwing eggs on the grill. Anything to use that grill, because you ain't about to use it in the wintertime.
When you get my age, man, you learn to appreciate the finer things in life. And
like grilling turkey necks on a Wednesday.
Grilling, to me, is one of the finer things in life, man. When you're in nature, when you're just surrounded by nature, man, and you got the birds going, man.
Did you have that squirrel over there? That man grilling squirrels, and nobody's here to talk about it.
I think that squirrel, man, found out that I was coming for him, because I ain't seen him since.
Somebody else grilled him. All
Yeah,
right.
I ain't seen him since.
Hey, I don't know if you noticed, hey, y'all, people eat squirrels. Like, people be eating squirrel meat. I know a dude. I know one of them outdoorsman type dude.
Well, that ain't
and he
me.
was like, oh, yeah, you know, you cut the squirrel. I'm like, you what?
I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah, it's real out here. That's Minnesota stuff. I don't know. I'm shocked. I'm like, are you serious?
If it ain't from maybe pig.
Yeah.
But if it ain't from a cow or a turkey or some kind of bird, mainly chicken, I'm not eating it.
Leave the damn chicken alone.
I'm not eating it, bro.
All right.
But yeah, man,
So-
let's talk about it, man. We're gonna talk about the NBA, of course. We got to get into the NBA.
Yeah. Shout out to OKC.
OKC
for that
champions.
championship victory.
Lou Dort, I can't believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Halliburton, you gonna be back, bro. Don't even worry about it. You're gonna be good. It was a good game, but obviously as soon as Halliburton went down, I was just like, yeah, they're not gonna let OKC's not gonna not do this in their hometown, right? So it was good. Shout out to them. OKC got one, man. So.
But Halliburton, man, was going crazy the first half of the. I mean, he had like 9 points in like 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It could have been a different story, man. It was so sad that he just went down, and when he went down, you could tell that the team was like, "Ain't no hope for us."
They was playing. They
were
playing.
They were playing, but you knew that it was the avalanche was coming soon.
The Amberland.
Yeah, and it did, and they couldn't stop it.
The Amberland coming.
Yeah, they did, and they couldn't stop it, bro. But hey, shouts out to Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
You guys saved the NBA this year. Gave us a good finals, because I didn't think that you could pull it off. I didn't think that the games were going to go 7, but you did, and you gave us some good thrills, man. So hats off to the champions. I can't believe I'm saying Lou Dort is a NBA champion.
I better give that man his flowers, man.
Shout out to Shai Gilgeous with that massive NBA contract. Is it $258 million?
Oh yeah.
You got to be kidding me.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
True fact right here. Michael Jordan, his whole career, you know how much money Michael Jordan made his whole career in the NBA? I'm not talking about contracts as far as Nike.
Okay.
Jordan is $62 million he made in his NBA career.
Wow.
And this dude, Shai Gilgeous, has got that $258 million in 4 years, he's going to make that kind of money. That is insane.
Man, I don't even know what I would do with that type of money.
Signs of the time. What? I don't even know if I would want you to have that kind of money.
Says the brother that talk about chicken and wearing gold chains. This nigga will have more gold chains than Mr. T.
That's me.
And on a whole chicken line.
That's right. I'll drink to that.
But let's see. So
let's get into it.
What's your
we're gonna get into the NBA.
So with the NBA draft, so we looking at, number 1 pick is Cooper Flagg.
Yep.
Dylan Harper, number 2. VJ Edgecrombe, number 3. Con, his first name is Con, K-O-N. Kneppel, I never heard of that dude. Number 5 is Ace Bailey. And then number 6 is Trey Johnson. So,
what you think of those players?
Cooper Flagg, number 1 overall pick. Yeah. I think Cooper Flagg has been a great forward. I think he is. He's a forward. I didn't think he'd go number 1. But hey, all love to him. If he's number 1.
What rock you been under? Cooper Flagg,
a Greek rock.
Yeah, man.
But
you out of town too much, bro.
Yeah.
Cooper Flagg, man, was the chosen one ever since he played against the U.S. Trials.
Right.
Their team played against the USA team, and Cooper Flagg was giving the pros the business.
Yeah. I'm just hoping he ain't one of them dudes that I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm one of them hard critics that's just like, you got to show me various different things to be number 1. But I hope he does. But hey, I hope he does. He's going to the Mavs, right? He's going to the Mavs. So he's going to the Mavs, and the Mavs need something, because me and you were sitting here when my man Jesus Christ, I can't remember nothing today. When they lost their best player.
Take your sip.
Yeah, sorry.
Take
too much sip. When they lost their best player, when Luka decided to leave out of there, it's been a giant gaping hole. So it's nice to see the Mavs get a number 1 pick.
Yeah, it's almost like it was staged. Yeah. Luka goes, and then you get the number 1 pick in the overall draft.
Yeah.
I mean, can you stage anything better than that?
Yeah, so, but I'm not gonna say they deserve. Well, no, I'm like, hey, because they took a big loss with that.
Yeah, they deserve it.
But they still got Anthony Davis over there. But yeah, I'll give it to him.
They got Kyrie still.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, they still got a couple, weapons. There's some teams with nothing going on that you don't even mention.
Who's that?
Let me see. I ain't heard nothing.
Atlanta?
Yeah, I ain't heard nothing about Atlanta. I ain't heard nothing about the Bulls, really. I think they got a little something going over there, but come on, bro.
Yeah, you ain't gonna hear nothing about the Bulls. Don't hate me, Chicago. You need to be talking to, you need to talk to your organization crew over there that's doing the drafting, because you guys haven't been irrelevant since Michael Jordan.
Well, they had a D-Rose era. Well, you know where that era
that
was doing
that.
it.
You know, that is a tragedy, man. That D-Rose got hurt, bro. Man, that dude was fire. I mean, he was Kyrie before Kyrie.
It's true.
Who was that again?
D-Rose.
Oh, okay.
Derrick Rose was
he was good.
He was a tremendous.
He was good.
Athlete and player. Those sports injuries, man, are just such. They take a lot out of you, bro, and they take a lot out of the fans too, because we miss greatness.
Yeah.
Him coming down, dunking on people like he was, and athletic like he was. It's crazy, bro. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, and that's why it's just important, I think, just for athletes to have a certain financial aptitude. So
right.
When they do get injured, they ain't right back on the street broke. You know what I mean? Or anything like that. Like, that's why it's smart to invest and diversify your portfolio, do things like that. Because you ain't gonna play forever, and so when you decide not to play, you good. Like
That's
Jordan
true.
got to kind of cruise right out of, when he didn't want to play. I think his last game was with the Wizards,
Right.
Right. But he's still good. Them shoes ain't not gonna stop selling, number one, and not only the shoes, but just a whole bunch of other things. You know what I mean? So it ends up when you end up getting into the league, you get in these type of checks. You need to be an entrepreneur. You can't just playing ball is your primary income, and that's cool. But you need to create about at least, let's just call it 10 more income streams. And while you're playing in the league,
it used to be that way. It used to be that way.
What used to be that way?
You used to be able to have to sub your income some kind of way back in the day when Jordan was playing. But do you think Shea Gilgeous needs to?
Well, here's
$258 million.
Yes.
That brother don't need. What else does he need?
Yes. I'm saying because we're talking about the long-term game, not the short-term. He really good with this
He
contract.
gonna
And he's
spend
good.
$258 million.
With all these Bentleys and all types of.
That's just the new contract.
Right.
We're not even talking about the contract that he had before that.
And that's fine. But here's the thing. I think what needs to happen is even if the principle of it is if he doesn't move and he stands still, he still needs checks.
Yes, indeed. Hey, man, what do you think about Kevin Durant not wanting to come to play in Minnesota?
Oh, he didn't want to play?
No, the Timberwolves offered a deal that was better than the deal they took, but Durant turned it down because Durant didn't want to come to Minnesota. I guess he didn't want to come to Minnesota, man. He didn't want to deal with the cold.
Yeah, I think the thing is,
It could have been a championship next year. Could at least that'd have been that extra.
I'm not too worried. I think Ant and the team around him, Nas Reed, everybody. I think Minnesota has a good flow right now. My thing was when I first heard of that possibility of that trade, I'm like, okay, obviously Kevin is a really good player. I'm like, but where does he fit into the chemistry of this team? And right now with Minnesota making runs like they are, I'm like, I don't want to set that chemistry. Even though he's good, I don't know how that's gonna work. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking like, yeah, cool. It would have been nice to get Kevin, but I'm like, since Timberwolves didn't get Kevin, not that bad. I'm like, it's still good. It ain't that bad.
We did re-sign your boy Nas Reed, and we re-signed John Randall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta keep Randall.
Yeah, we got Randall's. Man, I don't know how I feel about that, man. I think he would have been a good fit. I ain't gonna lie.
You think he would have been a good fit
I
here?
think he would have been a good fit, man. I think he would have been the missing piece that we needed to get over the hump.
Could have been. Yeah. That could have been. But so how do you feel like he fits in the Rockets though?
Because
they've been
went to the Rockets.
I don't know how he fits in there. He
gonna be
can
interesting.
lead some because Rockets is a fairly young team, somewhat.
Well, they were.
So he could be the LeBron James.
They were
of
a
that.
young team but they got rid of Dylan Brooks, who's a good defender, and they got rid of the youngster, Green.
Yeah, that hurt. That's all I was like.
I'm like, you was it Green was 2 years in?
Yeah.
And you gave up on Green already? I mean,
Yeah.
he averaged 23, 24 points a game this season?
Yeah, he was putting up some decent numbers. I don't think it was bad enough for him to get traded. I don't know what.
Green.
Man,
Okay.
man.
You know when these NBA teams supposedly when they do these trades, they have some strategy behind it before they do it. Not saying there's a good strategy or whatever, but it's like when they do these trades, it makes us sit back and wonder, like, what are you thinking? Like, what type of strategy? Like, where is this going? Like,
Right.
They had to have I'm assuming here, they had to have a board meeting and sit around and be like, look, this is how we're gonna trade. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna
Right.
put this.
Right.
They're not gonna obviously publish their plans,
Right.
but it always makes us wonder, like, so you chose to do that to get Kevin, And you think that that's gonna work with? I just and that's what makes the NBA so fun every year. Is because you get to see experimental things.
Hey, what you guys think about the trade? What do you guys think about Durant going to the Houston Rockets? Is that going to put them over the top? Comment and let us know how you feel about the draft. Comment on what you think the Timberwolves should have done. For the Timberwolves fans out there, are you guys excited about the up and coming season? I know that Damian, man, I was totally shocked when Milwaukee let Damian Lillard go the other day. They just let him. They just cut him.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a torn ACL, Achilles. I think he had a torn Achilles. But Giannis ain't too happy about that, bro. It's gonna be really
I thought he got traded. I thought he was getting traded or something.
Well, it's been rumored.
They're trading.
It's been rumored that if they don't make moves to put themselves in
another
championship position, that Giannis is not gonna stay around and waste his youth.
Greek freak,
I would say. So they did pick up Miles Turner. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that moves the needle for me. I mean, Miles Turner is good, but I don't think. And then I don't know. The Boston Celtics got rid of a lot of good players. Boston is either retooling because of the injury to Tatum. He's rehabbing, so I think he's not going to be back for the whole year.
He's out?
He's out for the whole year because he got hurt during the end of the year in the playoffs. He tore his Achilles, right?
Yeah.
In the playoffs, so it's about a 12-month rehab on that injury.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if we see him this upcoming season.
So I don't think you'll see him at all this up and coming season. So Boston, I think they had to unload a lot of players because they were under that apron, where that second apron is what they're calling it, and that is they're gonna get taxed almost $200 million for that. So they had to unload a lot of their good players that helped them win the championship. A majority of them are gone.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty tough.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess that's what the NBA is doing now to make the NBA more competitive. Is that no longer you can stack up on one team without paying a price.
Yeah, just hoard these good players.
Yeah. And keep all the good players for yourself, and all the good players go to these teams. Now it's more equal. That's why we've had a different champion over the last 3-4 years.
Oh yeah.
It's been someone new winning, and I think that's what the NBA wanted. That these small market teams have the ability, like Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Small market, catch fire, draft good, and you can win the championship. It just gives everybody a decent chance to win a championship. I'm not mad at it.
Right.
You get tired of the Boston Celtics and the Lakers winning every year. I understand that.
Speaking of the Lakers, just a little side note. So they sold the team.
Yes.
Under new ownership.
Right.
Now it's like, let's see what these folks are gonna do. I hear Jeannie Buss is still involved.
They ain't gonna do nothing.
World that's just still involved. And then you got LeBron. You got Bron. Shout out to him. He keeps going. He keeps doing his thing.
Right.
And then you got Luka. So in my mind, anything can happen.
They just got Hayden. Just breaking news.
Yeah,
they just.
I mean Aiden.
Aiden.
Yeah. Starts
Aiden.
with an A. Yeah.
Aiden.
My boy. So they got it. So I'm thinking that they got a plan, and I think that they got the steal. They still got the steal of the century with getting Luka. So they have to build around him.
Did they?
That's what they dubbed it when it first happened. Because they were just like, how did
If
Luka to
your-
the Lakers?
yeah,
You remember
but
when
if-
that first came out,
yeah.
how crazy that was?
But
we
if-
didn't think it was real, right?
Right.
So that's why with that, I'm thinking they're gonna further capitalize on that. And let's be honest, like Luka is younger than LeBron. So I think that
Right.
LeBron's still doing his thing, and I want him to stay doing his thing until he's done. But if they're looking to the future, they're probably trying to look at, hey, we need to stack around Luka a bit, because LeBron
course.
can go like this and he out of there, and he
Of course.
already made his legacy, like he
Of
good.
course.
So
Of course.
that's probably what they're doing. But
Of
we'll
course.
see, because I don't know with the strategy. Once again, back to strategy. I don't know what they're doing.
Right. So what's in between, bro? What you got for us in between? What's the in between?
So the in between, man. Hey, so this has been going viral for about 2 weeks now. I got tired of seeing it, and then it's still here. So y'all know the rapper Jim Jones.
Right.
Oh.
He knows with Dipset. You know what I mean? Love Dipset, Diplomats.
Ballin'.
Yeah. And then you got Nas, right? So what has occurred is that Jim Jones made a statement. He went on several podcasts, including Shannon Sharp's podcast, pretty much saying that he's more influential than Nas, which is crazy in the hip hop world. There's a couple casts that say, "Oh, I see where he's coming from" and all of that. But bro, like Jim Jones even mentioned that he was in 10th grade when Nas like made it and he was making albums and things like that. You don't get to be in high school and then get out and then say I'm more influential than someone like Nas. Nas is different. Like, here's the thing. You may be known by some of the younger folks, but you have to understand that the younger folks are listening. The younger folks, which I suppose I'd be included in too, they're listening to the K-Dots or the J. Cole's. But even J. Cole or Nas, even J. Cole especially, mentioned how they were influenced by Nas.
Right.
You don't see the top artists today, even with the newer generation, my generation, whatever, saying, "Oh yeah, no, I was influenced by Jim Jones." You don't see no artists saying that. You see them saying that about Nas. So when you say you're more influential, it's like I appreciate both artists. I respect both artists, of course. Nas is one of my favorite. But it's like you got to tell Jimmy, like Shannon was trying to tell him this, like, stop it, like stop it. What are you doing? You don't come out and just, you know what I mean? That's like someone getting into the league and they're like, "Oh, I'm better than Jordan." I'm like, hold on, young.
Did he
sir,
say he was
you know?
better than Nas?
Pretty much, that's what he's saying.
That boy didn't.
I think he just wanted attention.
I think he didn't smoke
Yeah,
too
don't
much
get
weed.
me wrong. Don't get me
I
wrong.
think he didn't smoke too much weed.
Don't get me wrong. He's getting attention, right? And he's getting that. But my thing is that Nas don't even gotta respond to that because why would he?
I wouldn't.
You see, he don't try that with Jay-Z.
I wouldn't.
You know what I mean?
Like
Nobody tried Jay-Z, so I'm more and we're talking about more influential. And let me go through the stats just in case you guys were wondering. All right, let me show y'all something. So Nas is 51, Jim Jones 48. Nas' net worth as of now, and it could be more or less, right, is 80 million. Jim Jones 10 million. Over 79 singles released by Nas, 47 released by Jim Jones. 15 Billboard entries by Nas, 2 by Jim Jones. Nas has 8 platinum albums that are well known and have inspired artists. Jim Jones, 0 platinum albums.
Case closed.
Case closed.
Case
sorry.
closed.
Just because we
that's why I
want to
wouldn't
talk about
respond.
stats. But here's the thing. Let's take away all these stats. You can still see it in the culture. Of course, Nas is even without all those numbers, Nas is influential.
Well, you know,
The top rappers now are saying I got inspired by Nas. You know what I mean?
Right,
So it's like,
right.
how you going? It makes no sense. Now I'll play a little bit of a devil's advocate and switch around and say, yeah, I think Jim Jones had a great run. He did Ballin', Ballin', as you said, all of that. We was all rocking to that. And I was in high school, I think, when that came out. Right. So that was cool. And he was part of the Diplomats. But I would argue that Cameron in the Diplomats, Cameron would be more influential than Jim Jones. In my humble opinion.
But you know,
so and Cameron ain't even more influential than Nas.
No. You know what?
That's
But it's good on his. It's a good effort on his part, because once you talk and you go on Shannon Sharp and you talk like that, it is a strategy to put your name back in the public eye by saying
Oh yeah,
something crazy
that
that we hear on
talking about it.
Talking about it.
Right. Yeah.
So
that's
I
the
mean,
point. That's the point.
it's good. It's good PO.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but you'll get your 15, 20 minutes or of someone like us talking about it on a talk show,
Right.
on a podcast. But that's just about it, bro. I mean,
That's about it.
That's
y'all,
just about it.
Y'all know. Y'all tell us what y'all think.
Y'all
But y'all know
let us-
it's a viral thing for a minute because somebody want to say something crazy. But my thing was for me to mention it's just like, all right, bro, that's just disrespectful. Like,
Yeah.
Don't like you can compare yourself to like a new artist or something, but you can't come at Nas. You can't touch. Only one who's in Nas's class is Jay. At this point, yes, you could maybe throw the Locks in there and everybody else, but Nas, you can't. Nas is too influential. Like you know what I mean? And that's just what it is. And so he has viral moment, even with Shannon Sharp and everybody. It made that whole thing viral and all of that. So it keeps going, and he keeps doubling down on it. And it got us talking about him. And I guess, but you know what? Mark my words. After a couple weeks, we gonna forget this ever happened.
Who would watch that versus battle?
They had a good following there.
But who was that?
I'm talking about
versus.
Nas versus.
Versus Jim Jones. Unless
think
that's
Nas
their
is-
strategy. Maybe they leading up to that.
All the Nas songs versus those two songs. I don't even know other songs that Jim Jones has even done it. No
know.
disrespect, bro. Don't come at me. I ain't. You the one said it. But I don't know. I really don't know. Well, I'm not really in there.
Yeah.
I didn't follow them like that.
But you're right. It's only a handful of songs, if that. Nas was ruling the 90s.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he
he
had a
was
song.
killing it.
He had
He
a
was
song
killing
with
it.
Genuine.
Name one song that Jim Jones did better than
Nas.
the hip hop national anthem, "If I Rule the World."
With Lauryn Hill. If I Rule the World, one of my favorites. Like, see what I'm saying? On top of that, let's look at lyrics. What's Nas talking about compared to Jim Jones? And then when we talk about that, you can just shut all things down.
It was a good
Nas
try, though,
is
bro.
way more lyrical
It was a good
and
try.
more conscious in his lyrics too.
It was a
And I
good
think
try.
Nas was more consciously lyrical before Jay-Z was.
Yeah.
But Jay-Z's like that now. Don't get me wrong. Jay-Z's been like that now, and he cold. Don't get me wrong. He got it. But Nas has been conscious and lyrical for a long time, and he's still like that. So that's why I gotta give the flowers to Nas, because he's been like that the whole time. You know what I mean? He might talk about the lifestyle, maybe some Bentleys and a couple strippers here and there. But then again, he will educate you on some history real quick.
Right.
He did a joint album with Damian Marley. That was magic. It's so underrated. Y'all go look at that. It's called Distant Relatives. All of that. So I appreciate and respect both artists, but ain't no damn comparison, man.
Yeah, case closed. on
Straight
that.
up.
I'll drink to that.
On toast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toast to Nas.
Yeah,
Flowers.
bro, you lost that.
All right.
That's right. Yeah.
That wasn't even really a battle.
No.
Hey, so the elephant in the room. P. Diddy's trial.
Oh, yeah. So it just, if y'all watching, it just ended today.
The verdict?
Yeah, the verdict. He didn't get that RICO charge.
Nope.
Because the penalties for that can be life.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yep.
I ain't even. So, obviously, we gotta wait for sentencing. But you know what I'm happy for most? I'm happy, not necessarily for Diddy, because I don't know, it could have been some foul play in there anyway. I'm happy for his kids, because his kids ain't got nothing. You know what I mean? Like, that's still your dad.
Right.
At the end of the day, I'm happy for his kids that they get to have their dad. And I think as Diddy's going home, or when he gets home, whatever, man, get you a wife and be done. I know it's easier said. Well, actually, it's probably easy for him. Get you one of them regular wives and just sit down for a bit. You ain't got to have all the freak offs. I mean, they got baby oil, all type. Like, cancel all of that and be a regular brother for a while. You know what I mean?
Or move
because
to
that's
Africa and
peace.
you can have multiple wives, so you can.
Oh, damn, I ain't think of that. Good job. Look at the ingenuity. Yeah, if he want to have freak offs, all of them, he could be married with 7 wives. And he can have all the freak offs he wants.
I don't condone multiple wives now. But it's really interesting after he was found guilty on the lesser charges, which was the prostitution charges, allegedly.
Yeah.
And so the judge, technically, they were supposed to let him go today. They were supposed to let him go. The word is that when you're charged with those accounts and you don't have a criminal record and it's your first time offense, they normally let you go. But it's really interesting because they did not let him go. So he still can do some time. Yeah. We don't know just yet.
Yeah.
But he was not found guilty on the life sentence charges. But we don't know what the the sentencing is going to be. It remains to be seen. America is watching. We're gonna find out soon. We're gonna find out soon on all of it. What do you get out of that? What do you get out of this whole situation?
I think just to kind of close my thoughts on it, when you deal with those freak offs and all that stuff, you can't expect everybody to shut their mouth. And I mean, he paying out the ass to whoever else, or excuse me, to I mean, allegedly he paid Cassie, he paid all these different people, and it's just like he's been through a lot now. And I think this goes to show you, I mean, don't get me wrong, I know that it's probably, these celebrities do whatever they want with these freak offs and all that, and I guess it's fun and all of that, but I guess you can't beat like having just a simple life with a simple wife that can help you keep out of all of that, because that seemed very complicated. As we've been going through this whole dissection of this trial, it's just like one person's on the stand and they tell crazy stuff about what's going on,
right?
And nobody denied it. Like, that's what's going on. And then they found the baby oil, all those baby oil bottles in the house. So it's something going on.
I still don't understand the concept of the baby oil. I mean, baby oil wasn't on trial. I don't know why they keep talking about the baby oil.
Right.
Baby oil wasn't on trial.
Right. No, I get it. And here's the thing. Diddy, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Diddy's allowed to be a freaky dude if he want to be. You know what I mean? And that's cool. But my thing is, when he started as they pointed out allegedly in the trial, when he started bringing escorts and other third and fourth participants and flipping around and staying in the house for 3-4 days in a week doing all of this, you're a celebrity, so someone could try to exploit you for a lawsuit.
Yeah, right.
Things like that.
Right.
So my thing is that, all right, if you're gonna be freaky,
yeah.
Maybe you need to just, you know what I mean? Keep it simple, where you're not involving 4 or 5 people that can possibly exploit you, because Shannon Sharp ain't even make it out of being freaky clean. Yeah, right. Everybody getting sued, so someone can try to exploit you. And so my thing is that just kick it old school style. And if you with one wife and she divorces you, all right, that's better than being on trial for a whole RICO and a possible RICO and possibly getting a life sentence for a RICO charge.
Right.
That's just my thing. Keep it sexy, keep it freaky, keep it simple. I don't know, something like that.
I really ain't got nothing to say on that, bro.
So y'all know what time it is.
Yeah, you know what time it is. It's that time where you can send your videos in to us. We'll view your video. Mm-hmm. And if your video is good enough, you might get a surprise. You might get a surprise, but a prize. And
surprise.
It's called I Can Make You Famous.
Make you famous.
So we have a video picked out today. We haven't did I Can Make You Famous in a couple of episodes. So it's good to get back to this.
Yeah. Let's see
what's out there.
What's out there.
And this person that sent this video, we're going to check it out.
Check it out.
And we're going to see if the video is good or not.
Check it out.
See what we got.
Let's see what we got. Crime doesn't pay.
So he checking. There's some holes in there.
Oh my.
What happened?
Oh my. What are you doing? What?
Woo!
Hey.
That'll smoke you
Hey.
out.
All I can say is crime doesn't pay.
Hold on.
Hey.
Hold on.
Crime doesn't pay, bro.
If we had a couple of those in South Central, I wish I would have thought of that. I'd have had a couple bikes stolen. You sit on it.
That's crazy. Is that prank? Was that right? That set people up like that?
Yep.
Was it right for them to do that?
Oh yeah.
Hey, I don't know. Y'all let me know.
Especially when the big lady got on there, she got
that ain't right. She upset. She was trying to steal something and couldn't go through with it.
And they'll be mad at you.
Now
They'll be mad at you.
upset.
They'll be mad at you that it wasn't a cool,
crime don't pay.
like it wasn't a safe steal. Like, man, come on, man.
Crime doesn't pay.
Sure, that's what your ass get.
Yeah, that's what you get right there. Hey, thanks for joining us. Thanks for spending some time with us. Hey, look, make sure you subscribe
Yes, sir.
to the channel and hit that like button, whatever you like, with the show, Tell your friends, tell your family to tune in next week. And we promise to give you another good show. We're going to talk about some things, in between sports, how we do it. You got anything to say, good brother?
Peace and love, family. Y'all know what to do.
Peace.
Subscribe.
DJ?
Subscribe and like.
Take us out.
Peace and love.
And that's a wrap for this episode of The Sauce. We hope you enjoyed the mix of sports and entertainment and everything in between. If you love what you heard, be sure to follow, like, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Stay connected with us on social media for updates, hot takes, and a little extra flavor. Until next time, keep it saucy.